Okay, good morning to viewer, especially to lecturer MRM740, Dr. Saiful Farid bin Mak Yatin. Today, I would like to present my research proposal, which is the preserving useful electronic record as a digital objects for the future in Sarawak General Hospital. My name is Gomez Gavini bin Galidas. First of all is chapter 1 I will introduce my introduction, background to research and research problem, research question, research objective, and significance of research. Chapter 2 literature review, the importance of digital preservation policy, the importance of activities to handle the digital record, digital object, and the importance of digital preservation strategy. Chapter 3 methodology, which is include research method, research process, research instrument, data collection, and data analysis. Let us start with the abstract. Nowadays, digital forms information growing faster and widely. The creation of information also been created widely, and some of information was not reliable to user. This makes user difficult to find the authentic and reliable information. In organization also have this problem, especially in Sarawak General Hospital, that they have been create the information and kept in system without knowing the information is really important, kept in system and organization. Also, do not doing the appraisal process to the system. This make the system full of information that do not active and not being used. Then, this study focused on one department in Sarawak General Hospital. It was research about whether the organization had appetite in handling the digital record and policy to manage this record. This study will use the quantitative as the research design and interview as a research instrument to make the objective of the study achieve. The significance of study. The significance of study is for two, which is researcher and medical organization. For the researcher, can be reference for the researcher to also know how context of record and information management in electronic environment. Digital preserving policy works for an organization. Then medical organization, which is introduce of the policy, organization can learn how to manage the digital by follow only one policy and centralize the entire department by follow this policy. Then we move to the next, which is ethical consideration, which is include three: fidelity, confidentiality, and voluntary participation and concerns. Fidelity is include this paper will address specific research question. Hence, the conclusion of this study correlate to the question posed as the result. The confidentiality of the information supplied by research subject and the anonymity of respondent will be secure and respected as well. Then, voluntary participation and consent. An individual should at no point feel any consent to participate in a study. The problem statement, research objective and research question. First is variable. The demand for record keeping growing due to the production and preservation of virtual artifacts among the organization employees. The problem statement is this is because there is a lot visual artifact production and conversation. To order to ensure future accessibility, digital preservation can be described as the process of effective digital object management, according to Ezra, SG, and Zachary M. 2013. Research objective is to investigate the factor affected in preserving different electronic records. Research question: what are the factors affected in preserving different electronic records? Then second is digital resource management is done by finding ways to replicate what was originally conveyed to users through a combination of software, computer software, and hardware. Every organization needs to manage its record because it is important. The record keeping to be performed should help the conversation of the virtual object, according to Ezra SG and Zachariah M. 2013. The research objective is to examine the level of knowledge for personnel to handle digital objects at medical organization. Research question to investigate how the medical organization preserve the digital object. Then third is digital preservation policy is a key part of managing the risk associated with the obsolescence of fast computer hardware and software. It is an action plan to safeguard the digital object. Such an action plan addresses the issue of what needs to be preserved, why intent and how long. According to Information Preservation Policy Tool of the Electronic Resource Preservation and Access Network 2003, policies are essential to ensuring compliance within an entity with institutional and legal requirements. The research objective is to identify what types of technology that had been used in medical organizations to preserve digital objects. Research question is how the policy help to manage the system unit record organization in medical sector. Then we move to the hypothesis, the importance of digital preservation policy to identify what kind of policy that had been used in medical organization to preserve digital object. Hypothesis, assuring the procedure of the policy to handle the digital object in medical organization are properly documented and also have the evidence demonstrate that the policy are followed. Then, the importance of expertise to handle the digital object. To examine the level of knowledge for personnel to handle digital object at medical organization, aiming to ensure the digital object can be interpreted and retrieved properly. In addition, the importance of digital preservation strategy to identify what types of technology that had been used in medical organization to preserve digital object, providing the technology system to preserving digital object which is suitable in medical organization. This is my conceptual framework, the importance of digital preservation policy, importance of expertise to handle the digital object, and the importance of digital preservation strategy, which are my topic, preserving useful electronic record as a digital objects for the future in Sarawak General Hospital. Chapter 2, Literature Review, the importance of digital preservation policy. Digital preservation policy is a key part of managing the risk associated with the obsolescence of fast computer hardware and software. It is an action plan to safeguard digital objects. Then, according to the Information Preservation Policy Tool, the primary objective of a policy is to provide guidance and authorization on the preservation of digital information and to ensure their authenticity. In addition, the second literature review is the importance of experts to handle the digital object. Due to the creation and preserving of digital objects among the staff in the organization, the demand of record management become more increases, according to Ezra SG and Zachary M 2013. The conservation of electronic resources is accomplished by finding ways of reflecting what was initially communicated to a user through a communication of computer software and hardware. Then, digital preservation consists of the process aimed at ensuring continued accessibility of digital material. And lastly is the importance of digital preservation strategy. Strategies for digital preservation have their own technique. There are several digital information preservation methods, including technology preservation, technology emulation, technology information migration, and according to Ebley and also Antonia UNE 2018, technology conversation is a technique for the planning and original operating system development plan, software and hardware infrastructure. Its strategy supporters stress the need to run the original environment to retain their action, as well as the look and feel the virtual object. Copying and recycling. This method protects electronic information credibility. For example, digital preservation involves copying digital information into the new media before the old media becomes so obsolete that it's not possible to access the data. Then, my limitation and constraint due to my research, the limitation of research resources that specifically for record keeper in hospital. Limitation of resource person for the preserving useful electronic record as a digital object. Lack of time due of pandemic COVID-19 and we can't meet but we can interview and questionnaire by monkey survey. This study proposal has been designed to employ a quantitative approach which is a straightforward research methodology that is specific to the issue. This study will employ the quantitative method of unstructured questionnaire with a variety of participants, including archivists, record manager, and support staff from the Sarawak General Hospital organization of the preserving electronic record, which is the digital object for the future in order to gather information. My population and sampling. This study will be conducted at hospital, which is medical organization, and focusing on preserving professional informants, which are record manager and support staff. Then, the study conducted at Sarawak General Hospital, and the focus group will be expert persons who have skill in the field of archival management of the preserving record as the digital materials. The researcher recommend to conduct an interview, also questionnaire, an unstructured interview in order to acquire data on the subject matter at hand. Moreover, the researcher select a suitable population since the information gathered must be accurate and should be useful for future investigation. This is my table of population and sampling, which are respondent, record manager, and support staff. Number of record manager is 1. Number of support staff is 4. Technique and method that I use is by questionnaire, which is monkey survey, Google monkey survey. The data instrument. There will be a small number representative from the electronic record keeping representative who will be selected and gathered in order to answer few structured questions about the subject matter in the research. I using monkey survey as give the questionnaire as my instrument because of time and cost. It is easy to conduct because I can get more detail from person that answer the questionnaire. I asking the one of record keeper that has experience in the department to get information that will meet my objective, and to answer our research question. This interview was conducted using Malay language and English language. Then we move to data collection. I set my population based on questionnaire that we conduct. In medical record department at Sarawak General Hospital, the amount of staff that have medical record departments is 10 staff, but directly involved in record manager is 3. For example, I conduct an interview 1 to 3 staff that are directly involved record management. Secondary data is the data already collected and modified the originality. This secondary data mostly is cheaper and more quickly obtainable than the primary data. Then monkey survey that include question A section which has been done with several staff in the medical company. The staff had been interviewed was staff in medical record department, which is record keeper. Then this is my research design. First is identify problem, determine the study design, select the sample, determine the population, develop instrument, data method, data analyzing, and lastly is writing report. This is my data analysis, which I use that research objective to identify what kind of policy to examine and to identify. That I use is thematic analysis using Atlas Style version 8. All I using is thematic analysis using Atlas Style version 8. This is my research activity from week by week. As a conclusion, most of the information exists in different materials that can be found in information centers such as library, archive, museum, or other similar environment. The content of this material contain valuable information that store in different types of material, but not limited to manuscript, microfilm, maps, poster, and so on. Preserving useful electronic record as a digital object for future, especially in Sarawak General Hospital, plays an important role in providing access to the content of different materials for the future use through creating digital objects. Therefore, digitization plays a main role in storing and disseminating this information. That's all my presentation for research. And this is my appendixes, which is include 10 appendices. Thank you for view and have a nice day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.